Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to another segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. The recitation continues from Gauri Chant Mahalla Pehla. This is the second composition in the string of sabads, and the recitation. Gauri Chant Mahalla Pehla. सुन नहा प्रभु जियो एक कल्लड़ी बन माहे क्यों तीरेगी नहा बिना प्रभ वे परवाहे तन नहा बाजों रह न साक्य बिखम रहन गनेरिया न नींद आवे प्रेम पावे सुन बेनंती मेरिया बाजों प्यारे कोई न सारे एक लड़ी कुरलाए नानक साधन मिले मिलाई बिन प्रीतम दुख पाए फिर छोड़ियड़ा जियो कवन मिलावे रस प्रेम मिली जियो शब्द सुहावे सबदै सुहावै तां पत पावै दीपक देह उचारै सुन सखी सहेली साच सुहेली साचे के गुण सारै सतगुर मेली तां पिर रावी बिगसी अमृत बाणी नानक सा तन तां पिर रावै ਜਾਂ ਤਿਸ ਕੈ ਮਨ ਭਾਣੀ ਮਾਇਆ ਮੋਹਣੀ ਨਿਘਰਿਆ ਜਿਓ ਕੂੜੇ ਮੁੱਠੀ ਕੁੜਿਆਰੇ ਕਿਉਂ ਖੁੱਲੇ ਗਲ ਜੇਵੜੀਆ ਜਿਉ ਬਿਨ ਗੁਰ ਅਤ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਹਰ ਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਵਿਚਾਰੇ ਤਿਸ ਹੀ ਕਾ ਸੋ ਹੋਵੈ ਪੁੰਨ ਦਾਨ ਅਨੇਕ ਨਾਵਣ ਕੀਓ ਅੰਤਰ ਮਲ ਧੋਵੈ ਪੁੰਨ ਦਾਨ ਅਨੇਕ ਨਾਵਣ ਕਿਉ ਅੰਤਰ ਮਲ ਧੋਵੈ ਨਾਮ ਬਿਨਾ ਗਤੀ ਕੋਈ ਨ ਪਾਵੈ ਹਠ ਨਿਗ੍ਰਹਿ ਬੇਬਾਣੇ ਨਾਨਕ ਸੱਚ ਘਰ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਸਿੰਜਾਪੈ ਦੁਬਿਧਾ ਮਹਿਲ ਕੇ ਜਾਣੇ ਤੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਸੱਚਾ ਜੀਓ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਸੱਚਾ ਵਿਚਾਰੋ ਤੇਰਾ ਮਹਿਲ ਸੱਚਾ ਜੀਓ ਨਾਮ ਸੱਚਾ ਵਾਪਾਰੋ ਨਾਮ ਕਾ ਵਾਪਾਰ ਮੀਠਾ ਭਗਤ ਲਹਾ ਅਨਦਿਨੋ ਤਿਸ ਬਾਜ ਵਖਰ ਕੋਇ ਨ ਸੂਝੈ ਨਾਮ ਲੇਵੋ ਖਿਨ ਖਿਨੋ ਪਰਖ ਲੇਖਾ ਨਦਰ ਸਾਚੀ ਕਰਮ ਪੂਰੇ ਪਾਇਆ ਨਾਨਕ ਨਾਮ ਮਹਾਰਸ ਮੀਠਾ ਗੁਰੇ ਪੂਰੇ ਸਚ ਪਾਇਆ ਪਰਖ ਲੇਖਾ ਨਦਰ ਸਾਚੀ ਕਰਮ ਪੂਰੇ ਪਾਇਆ ਨਾਨਕ ਨਾਮ ਮਹਾਰਸ ਮੀਠਾ ਗੁਰ ਪੂਰੇ ਸਚ ਪਾਇਆ The second chant in Rag Gaudi Purvi is along similar lines as the one we did previously, where Guru Nanak is speaking about the separation of the being, the estrangement of the being, the jeev, from the self, and describes the condition. Sun naha Prabhu Jio kalladi ban mai, hear me, my master. I'm alone in this forest-like world without the beloved Prabh self. Now, in such a situation, the Guru asks, on behalf of the Jeev, how can I stay composed without your guidance? Kyo diregi tiraj naha bina. For the self is carefree. It is not attached. It has no boundaries. So how do I stay composed without the guidance of the Guru? The night of my life is dark and frightening, become Rain Ganeria. How then is it possible to live without the guidance of the Master? The Master being alluded to here is the Guru. Tanana Bajum. In the night of life, I long for my beloved self, Prema Bhave, and cannot find the sleep of peace. Na neend aave. So it is a plea. Please listen to me. Sun binanti meriya. I'm alone and crying, wailing. Ikalladi kuralaye. No one can help except the Master, who's the Guru Enlightener. Bajjon pyare koi na sare. So the appeal is being made to the Guru Enlightener, who mediates between the individual being and the self. And a guide is necessary if one is to negotiate uncharted territory. And so the self being without boundaries, the individual being does not really have the capacity to look beyond the world of form. So for this, it needs the guidance of the Guru Enlightener. The remaining three passages continue to speak about the condition of the self. It asks, who can unite the being from the separated self? Pir shodiyare jo kavan milave. And the response is, union is possible only when love for the self arises by following the teachings of the sabad. And the sabad is the lamp of knowledge in whose light the individual being develops the beauty of a discerning intellect. Listen, my friend, says the Guru, assimilate the qualities of the beautiful self. When the true enlightener mediates and the individual being drinks the elixir, Nam, it then flowers into the self. And you see, it is the enticement of the senses that has caused us to go astray in the first place. Maya Mohani Nikarya Jiyo, Nikarya without a home. In other words, wandering around in search of transitory pleasure. How does one undo this noose? Because it does become a noose around the neck. Kyo khulle gal jevari jiyo. Without good wisdom, so is the answer, it cannot be done. Bin gur at pyare. Only when love for the self develops through reflection on the sabad, har preet pyare, sabad vichare, is union with the self possible at all. Freedom is not possible without self-knowledge. Naam bina gat koi na pawe. And the true abode is to be found eventually within. No mind games, please. Syanap dubda mahal kya janne. They'll only lead you astray. So eternal is that wisdom that we seek, and eternal is the abode of the self. Tera naam sacha jiyo. And we have to assimilate self-knowledge and express it as virtue. And that abode is within. So we have to access the knowledge of the eternal self that is already innate to us through the guidance of the Guru Enlightener. On that note, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.